Namaste and hello to everybody. This is the Desi Roots Hindi intermediate class. Uh, and thank you everybody who has joined us here in the Zoom room, and some of you all have joined us on YouTube or Facebook. Uh, Today we are going to learn about present tense, past tense, and future tense. So we are going to take one verb and conjugate it all three tenses. The present tense and past tense, both each of them have two different forms, which are called the ya form and ta form. And as we go through the class, you'll understand what is ya form and what is ta form. The ya form is basically present participle, and the ta form is past participle. So we are going to go with that. So with that, I am going to share the screen, folks. And we are on page, let me see, page 189 of the yellow book, okay, or chapter 13.4. So let me share it. Okay, so can you all see my screen?
Yeah.
So last week, what we talked about is we said we'll take a verb, and the first thing is we will find out what is the root of the verb. So the root of the verb we find out by removing the na. For example, is we remove the na to get the root of the verb. Example, if the verb is khana, to eat, we remove na, the root gets kha. Okay. So using that, now we are going to work on the third verb. We last week we already worked for sona and then Terna. So today we are going to work with Gina, okay, which is on page 130, sorry, 188. Okay, Prahlad, do you have your book with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so Prahlad, you are going to help me do this. Okay, so the verb, infinitive verb for Gina is Gina, which means to live. Hold on, let's go to Gina. So what is the root of the verb Gina?
Okay.
What is the root of the verb Gina? What is the root?
G.
G. Yeah. So we take up na and we write G. Now, so G ends in which of these four sounds? E, or O? When you
E.
E. So we have E. So then what do we do is we copy these two from here and we put it down. So when we copy and put them down here, we will get E, it ends in E. And what are the additives? Additives for the boys, it's going to be ya. For the girls, it's going to be nothing. Okay? So
Yeah.
now, so then we take this G root and add the additive. G plus ya is what, Prahlad?
Gia.
Gia. And for girls, G plus nothing is what?
G.
G. Got it? Simple. So now this is called the ya form. Okay? This is called the ya form. And another word for ya form is also past, if you want to write past participle. You can write on top of your page, past participle. Okay? Then we come to the ta form. So again, the roots are going to remain the same. Now, in case of ta form, the ending does not matter. Okay, so like in ya form, we looked at this table, we found out what was the ending verb. In ta form, the ending does not matter. Simply, what is the additive? Ta form, ta and ti. So Prahlad, what is the final verb? for ta form?
Jita and Jiti.
Jita and Jiti. Very good. Jita and Jiti. Okay. Ishan, you have got all this right? I think this was all homework. I'm just going through it. Okay. And then we come to the future tense. So now that, so remember, ya form was past participle. What is ta form? Ta form is called present participle. So go and write this word down. Present participle. Now, there's a difference between present participle and present tense. There's a difference between past participle and past tense, which we'll learn in a few minutes. Okay. For now, let's just do this. So then let's come to the future form. Future form, the infinitives remain the same. Okay. And so the ending does not matter because ending is standard. Now, if you go back to this earlier page, what are the endings for future? Ega and egi. So we simply copy ega or egi here. Okay. And now, Prahlad, tell me the final verbs.
Jiteka and Jiteki.
Where is te? There is no te. It's
So I say,
Gina.
Jiega and Jiegi.
Jiega and jiegi because jitega is to win. That's a totally different verb.
Yeah.
Okay. Jiega and jiegi. Now, one more thing. Jiega could be written like this, but more than this, you'll find another spelling more often. And let me write that spelling also. Ji, ye, ga. Jiega or G, A, E. You'll find these both spellings and also let me make it more visible. Okay, Giega or Giegi. So go and write down both the spellings. Now, this, though it is written ye, we never pronounce this ye. We always pronounce it as a. Even if you write this spelling, you won't say Ga. Well, you can say Giega, Ga. You say Giega. Don't say ye, ye. Very, very. Don't stress on it. Giega, Giega. Okay. So you can say either of the two. Questions about this? Got this? Okay, next page. So we next page, now we are going to go to another verb, nahana. So this time I want Ishan to do it with me. What is the infinitive? Nahana. Root, Ishan, come up mute.
Naha,
Naha. And then what do? We go back on this page and say which is the ending for naha. Which of these four? What is the ending when you say naha? What sound do you hear? Ishan,
oh
which
Naha,
sound? Now, when you say naha, do you hear a? Do you hear a? Do you hear e?
ah,
Or do you hear o at the end?
ah,
Ah, you hear a, right? You hear a. So you say you hear a. Since you hear a, give me a minute. I messed up something here. Let me correct it first before it becomes okay. So since you hear a, what you will do is you'll take these two endings and you will put in the additive section. Okay. So what is the ending? Ending, it ends in a sound, naha, a. Okay. And so what will be the final conjugation of the verb, Ishan? Naha plus ya
Nahaya,
is nahaya and
Nahai,
feminine nahai. Nahai. So again, nahai, you see, there are two different spellings and both are acceptable. So go and write this down if you all didn't have the other spelling. Okay, let's go to the ta form. The root and the infinitive stay the same. So what are the additives for ta form? Ishan, what are the additives for ta form?
A- Adjectives?
No,
Adjective?
additives. Additive for ta form. What gets added to the root?
Oh, mm, Ega?
No, here,
Oh,
you
for
see this
future.
page
Okay,
up
for
here. Ta and ti.
oh, ta.
It's ta form, so it'll be ta and ti. Simple.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to think about it. The verb, the format is called ta form. So you simply add ta and ti. Okay, so what would be the final verbs?
Mm, nahat, nahata, nahati.
Nahata and nahati. Okay, nahata and nahati. Okay. Last, future tense, same roots. Now, what are the additives, Ishan?
Ega और एगी.
Ega or egi. Okay, and final verb would be
नहाएगा, नहाएगी.
nahaiga and nahaigi. Again, nahaiga could be spelled in two different ways. It could be spelled like this, or you could spell it the other way, which I'm going to write it for you. Nahaiga or nahaigi. Okay, so go and write down both the spellings. Okay, so now let's create this. I'm going to create a little table. Well, let's go with maybe, give me a minute. Let me open it from somewhere else. Okay, let's do it from here. Okay, let's take a verb like to eat. Okay, let's put one more column here. Insert column on the left. Okay, Hindi verb. Okay, so Prahlad, what is the Hindi verb for eating?
खाना.
Khana. So let's write in Hindi. Khana. Let me make it a little more bigger so you all can see it. Okay, so what is the ya form of khana for a boy? Prahlad, you will work with me.
Um, खाया.
Khaya. What is the ya form for a girl?
खा खाई.
Khai. Okay. Ta form for a boy.
खाता.
Khata. Ta form for a girl.
खाती.
Khati. Future tense for a boy.
खाएगा.
Khayega. Future tense for a girl.
खाएगी.
Khayegi. Okay, got it? Okay. Let's go to Ishan, and Ishan, let's do to jump. What is the Hindi word for jump? Oh, let's write in English first. Or let's do to run. Okay. So Ishan, give me the Hindi word for running.
भागना.
Okay. I want you to use Dordana instead. Have you heard Dordana?
Okay, yeah.
Dordana is another word. Okay. So
Okay,
do.
दौड़ना.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get the right spelling. Okay. Dordana, and let's also make it bigger. Dordana. Okay. Okay. So what is the ya form of Dordana?
Hmm.
What is ya form of
दौड़ना.
Dordana? Now look. What is the root of Dordana?
दौड़.
Dord. Now let's go back. If root is Dord, da, which sound here does Dord end in? Does it end in a? Does it end in a? Does it end in e? Does it end in o? Dord.
None. Oh,
No. Every verb, if it just ends in without matra, it is a. Always it's a. Okay. So Dord, is a. Understand? So the adjectives are going to be a and e. So what is that? If you add R to dod, what will it become?
दौड़ा.
Doda. Okay. So when we go back, we will say, hold on. Let me get to the right sheet now. Do, ra.
दौड़.
And what will it be for a girl?
दौड़ी.
Dodi. Okay. So do, ri. Okay. What about the ta form?
Hmm. दौड़ता.
Dodta,
दौड़ती.
dodta. Why is it telling us the wrong spelling? Okay. Dodta, and then dodti. What about future? Ishan, you are on mute.
दौड़ेगा, दौड़ेगी,
दौड़ेगा and
दौड़ेगी.
दौड़ेगी. Understood? How we build the chart? Prahlad, did you understand? Okay. So now, as homework, I'm going to copy this chart and send it to you all in the email. Okay. I want, and I'll write 10 more. No, actually, I'll write more. I'll write 18 more verbs. So I want you all to do the same chart for 18 more verbs. Two I have already done, 18 more you all will do on your own. Okay, so I'll send you all this, and that will be homework. Got it? Okay. So now, with that, that is first homework. Now we are going to go and start reading some sentences. So let's go to the green book. Green Book, chapter 13.1, which is page 185 in the Green Book. Okay. So I want Ishan to do this with me, but before we do it, I want all to remind you all some other stuff. So if we go back to this page here in your yellow book, we said what is the ya form? Well, let's first talk about the ta form. What is the ta form? Ta form indicates a habit of doing something or not doing something. That is ta form. When a sentence is in ta form, that does not tell us when the action was done because it is just a habit. We are not talking about one single instance. We are talking about a habit of doing something regularly. Okay, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't tell us when it is done. As opposed to this, when you're talking about ya form, it is a specific time. The sentence will tell us specific time when an action was done. Got it? So that is the big difference between ya form and ta form. Okay. And then there is future. So as we go through this, remember this. Okay. Because I'll be asking you all questions. So coming back to Green Book. Okay. So Ishan, give me the first sentence in Hindi. The boy has slept today in Hindi. Now let's break it down. The boy
Wait, I have
has
a
slept
question.
today. Wait a minute. Is this sentence does it give us a you have a question?
I'm just saying one and two are the same.
No. The first one has the boy has slept today. The second
Oh,
one is
wait,
boy
I didn't
had.
notice that detail.
Yeah, yeah. Yes. There's just a little bit of change. So the first sentence is the boy has slept today. The second sentence has the boy had slept today. So let's talk about the first sentence. Ishan, keep off mute. Okay. Well, actually, Ishan, let me have Prahlad do it. Prahlad, I want you to come up mute and Ishan, you will do the next page. So the boy has slept today. So Prahlad, come off mute, Prahlad. Now, what is the action being done in this sentence?
Sleeping.
Prahlad, sleeping. So what is the Hindi word for sleeping?
Sona.
So the first question we have to ask is, do I apply ya form, ta form, or future tense? That is how we have to think. Which of the three we have to apply? Now, ask the question: Is this if the boy has slept? Is the sentence talking about a habit?
No.
Does it is it giving a particular time when the action of sleeping was done?
Yes.
So which of the format do we apply?
Yeah,
Uh,
form.
ya form, ya form, because why ya form?
Because it's telling us that the boy slept today.
Because it's telling us the boy slept today. Okay. Now, so using the ya form, what we will do, we'll first take the what happens in Hindi. The verb comes at the end. So the what is the Hindi word for a boy, Prahlad?
Ladka.
ladka. So we will simply write ladka, and what we would do is we says ladka, and then Hindi word for today is
Odd.
aaj. So aaj will come in the center, and then ya form of sona is what? To sleep.
Soya.
Soya. So we'll put soya, and if you see the English sentence, it says has, right? Has is present
Okay.
tense or past tense.
Present tense.
So then simply since it's has and present tense Hindi word is hai. Understood the sentence?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladka aaj soya hai. So go and write it down, both of you. Okay. Show me your thumbs when you're done writing. Okay. So next sentence, Prahlad, let's continue to work. The boy had slept today. So what is the difference between sentence one and sentence two? Only one word, right? Has and had, right? Think about
Yeah.
it. So has is present tense. What is had?
Past tense.
So simply we'll take this part of the sentence, and what is past tense of hai?
Tom.
Tha. So we'll simply change ya to tha. Sorry. Hold on. Something is wrong here. Okay, I'll type it. Okay. Now this ya form, the ya form which we just talked about earlier, if you all remember, I told you all the ya form is called. Hold on. This will not allow me. It will not show you. Okay. The ya form is called present participle, right? The ya form is called present participle. Now, the present participle is used both in present tense and the past tense. Prahlad, did you understand this? Now, what is the difference between the boy has slept today and the boy had slept today? Prahlad, think about it and tell me. In terms of time, if I keep time as a reference, when I say the boy has slept today and boy had slept today, tell me what is the different shade in meaning between the two? Come off mute, Prahlad.
Oh, has slept today means it's um not a long time ago today, but had slept today means it's a lot of time back.
Yes,
A
that, that
lot back
that
in the day.
a lot back in time. So we are still talking about today. So it's both present tense because it's recent, right? But here is the big thing. Suppose we are talking at this time of the evening at 7 o'clock, and one boy slept at 4 to 5. Then we will say he has slept because we are talking about 4 to 5. But another boy slept 8 in the 9 in the morning. Then we say had slept. So when we say this one has slept, we are talking about recent. Okay, and this we are talking about more past. So this one is recent. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is not, ya form is not present participle, it is past participle. And I'll explain in a minute why it's past participle. So it's recent past. Now, why is it past? Because the action has been completed. The action of sleeping has been completed. Okay. That is why it is past. But this is recent past. And if you think about this is past past, which means a little more past than recent. Little more time. Okay. Okay. Did you all finish writing this part, both of you? Okay. So, Prahlad, let's go to the next sentence. The boy sleeps in the morning. Now, this one, does it tell a particular time when the incident of sleeping happened? Okay.
Yes,
What time is it?
the morning.
Which day?
It's a habit.
It's a habit. It's not a particular time. Don't get misleaded by the word morning. It's a habit. So, when it's a habit, which form of verb do we use?
Um, the,
Ta, ya, or future? Huh?
huh?
Which form?
The,
Ta. So now how do we make the sentence up? The boy sleeps in the morning. Tell me.
um, what's the word for morning?
Subah.
Subah. Um,
So think
subah
about this
ko,
sentence. Now in this sentence, the time was Aaj, right? So Aaj you replace with Subah and then give me the sentence.
लड़का सुबह को सोया था.
लड़का सुबह को सोया.
सोता. सोता है. I did that wrong.
लड़का सुबह
सोता
को
है.
सोता है. लड़का सुबह को, or you can say सुबह में सोता है. Okay, either of the two are fine. लड़का सुबह को सोता है. लड़का सुबह में सोता है. Okay, write it down, both of you. So, Ishan, give me the next sentence. The boy used to sleep in the morning. Come up, mute, Ishan.
लड़का सुबह को सोता था.
लड़का सुबह को सोता था. Okay, go and write it down. Okay, so
Wait, so does this mean that the boy doesn't sleep in the morning anymore? For the लड़का सुबह को सोता था, does it mean
what
that
do
he
you think
doesn't
it
sleep in the
means?
morning?
What do you think it means?
I think it means that he doesn't sleep anymore, but he used to.
Yeah, he doesn't sleep anymore. He no longer sleeps in the morning.
Okay,
Got it?
yeah.
So, look at the screen. Look at my screen again, Prahlad. So, in this first sentence, लड़का सुबह को सोता था, it's a habit. But what is happening to the habit? The habit is on right now. But in this case, the habit,
Um,
the habit is off.
okay.
The habit is no longer being practiced. But we are still reporting about the habit. So it is ta form.
Okay.
Okay. And in both cases, it doesn't tell us the exact time when the habit was happening. I mean, don't go by the morning. The morning word is deliberately put there to mislead you.
Okay.
The other thing between ya and ta form is ya form talks about one particular incident of sleeping. Slept today. That is one particular incident. In the ya form, we are not talking about one particular incident. We are talking about a habit which is done multiple times. So that is the big
Um,
difference between ya and ta form. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the last one. Ramesh will sleep in the morning. Prahlad, what tense does it tell you will? What tense in English is will?
future tense.
Future tense. So now give me the sentence using future tense conjugation of the verb sona.
Ramesh subah ko soega.
Ramesh
Right?
subah ko soega. Yeah. Okay. Understood. Go and write it down, both of you. And obviously, soega could also be spelled as with ye. So, yega. Okay. All of you are good. Finish writing. Ishan finished writing. Okay. Good. So let's go to the next page, and Ishan is now going to help me conjugate this for a girl. No, I think for girl you can do on your own. So I'll let you all do this as homework. Let Ishan will do this next page. We'll do as homework, which will go to the third page, 13.2. Okay. So Ishan, now give me the sentence. Ram has swam today morning.
uh, राम आज सुबह को तैरा
Okay. So Ram aaj subah ko tera. So tera is what form? It is ya form or ta form?
या फोन
Ya form. And why did you use ya form in this sentence?
because it is talking about like mm, recent, like it's talking like completion.
It's talking about completion of one incident of swimming which happened this morning. But it's talking about completion. Has swam, he has finished swimming. Okay, so it's completion. So the sentence would be, let's look at the sentence. Ram aaj subah tera hai. Go and write it down. Yes, Prahlad, ask me question.
So would it be Ramesh Ram Aj subah ko teria? Because here it says the one boy additive is yeah.
Okay, so wait a minute. Now, what is the root of the verb? Terna. Terna is the verb. Okay, what is the root of terna?
Open.
Ter. Now, when you get ter, let's go back to the other sheet. Ter ends in which of these four sounds? E, or O. Okay, when
Nothing.
you say ter, do you hear A at the end? When I say
No.
ter, do you hear E?
No.
Do you hear O?
No.
So what's left?
No.
Got
Okay.
it? Okay, now you're left with, wait a minute, Prahlad, wait a minute. You're left with a. So root is a. Okay, root ends in a. Now, if root ends in a, you have to add r to it. So ter plus r becomes
Tera. Okay.
ter. Understood how
Yeah.
I arrived at this? Because I want you all
Yeah.
to understand this. Okay. With Ishan, what happens? He knows a lot of Hindi, so it automatically flows in his head. He doesn't have to go all these steps little by little. For native Hindi speakers, they don't have to think about look at this table. You say this is like two baby steps. Okay. Sorry, Ishan. I'm just going slow for Prahlad. Okay. So I go back and I come here. So it is not going to be Terya. It is going to be Tera. Okay. राम आज सुबह तेरा है. Okay, Prahlad, after you finish writing, give me the next sentence.
Um, Ram had swam yesterday morning. Ram kal subah ko tera tha.
Ram kal subah ko tera tha. Now, I hope you are doing it on your own and you are not using Google Translator.
No,
Okay,
no.
because I want this to go from your heads. Okay, Ram kal subah ko, and you can say kal subah or kal subah ko. Ko is optional. Okay, you can put ko. No problem. Okay, if you want to put ko, put ko. Good. Okay, Ishan, give me the next sentence.
Ram, I forgot
Okay,
his
first
name.
let's stop. Ram swims on Sundays. It's a habit or is it one incident?
Habit.
So when it's a habit, which form do you use?
Ta.
Ta form. Now give me the sentence.
Is it Shanivar?
Ravivar. Sunday is
Oh,
Ravivar.
Ravivar.
Okay.
Okay. राम रविवार को तैरता है.
राम
राम रविवार
रविवार
को
को
तैरता है.
राम रविवार को तैरता है. Okay, I wrote तैराता है. So let me correct it. राम रविवार को तैरता है. Okay. Uh, Ishan, next one. Ram used to swim on Sundays.
राम रविवार को तैरता था.
राम रविवार को तैरता था. Which means the habit has stopped. There was a habit of swimming every Sunday, which is no longer being practiced. So it is tha. When you say Ram Ravivar ko tairta hai, the habit is still being practiced. Come on, finish writing both the sentences and show me a thumb if you're done writing. Good. So Prahlad, do the last sentence. Ram will swim on Sunday. I think the sentence might be incorrectly written on the printed page you have in your book. So please correct it. Ram will swim on Sunday.
राम रविवार को तैरेगा.
राम रविवार को तैरेगा. When copied, Okay, finished both of you? Okay, good. Next page is the same thing for feminine. You all will do on your own. Actually, uh, yeah, just do 2 pages. We will do next few pages in class together. Okay, so I'm going to write. You'll have 2 pages to finish in the book. Okay, and then also this chart which I said. So we will also work on this chart. Okay, I'll be sending this chart in email because it's not in your book. Okay, but you all will handwrite it you in your notebook. Okay, draw in a notebook. Draw this table in a notebook, and then I'll write 18 more verbs. So I want you all to do 20 verbs in all. Okay. Okay. So that is all for today. Any questions? Okay. Those of you who joined us on YouTube, thank you for joining. Again, if you all have any questions, please please feel free to send me a WhatsApp message. My WhatsApp number is on the screen. Also, my email is in the description of this video. So, and if you want to join the live Zoom class, which is the interactive mode, please send me a message, and I will see you all next week at the same time. Thank you very much. Bye bye.